This week, the House will consider the Military Construction, Veterans Affairs, and Related Agencies Appropriations Bill. As a former Navy SEAL and a combat veteran, I'm proud to support this legislation. It delivers on our promise for a safer nation by providing the Department of Defense with the facilities they require, and our promise to protect those who have protected our nation by fully funding the Veterans Affairs Department. Additionally, it helps rectify two grievous wrongs that have been committed by the Department of Veterans Affairs. The first, they're politicizing this budget process, and second, the appropriations process rather, and the second by trying to subvert the Constitution and remove veterans' Second Amendment rights. As Republicans work to responsibly raise the debt ceiling, the Department of Veterans Affairs told Americans in a press release that Republicans wanted to gut those benefits for those that served our country, and this was simply not factual. When I returned to my district, I held a roundtable for my fellow veterans, and then at an American Legion in Sparta, Wisconsin, a 96-year-old Vietnam veteran named Don told me that he was terrified that he'd be losing the veterans that he earned during his service. The Department of Veterans Affairs fear-mongering with Don and all of our veterans to score cheap political points is unacceptable. The Veterans Administration is subverting our vets' Second Amendment rights by sending the beneficiary's name to the FBI's National Instant Criminal Background Check System, or NICS, whenever a fiduciary is appointed to help a beneficiary manage his VA benefits. So if a veteran cannot balance their checkbook, they could potentially be barred from buying a weapon. And as a result of this, many veterans have decided to not go to the Veterans Affairs Committee. In the VA committee hearing this week, to hear Chairman Boss bill the Veterans Second Amendment Protection Act, a witness testified that as December 2020, federal agencies have contributed 263,225 records to the background check system, of which the Veterans Administration is responsible for 98.1 of the total number. I am a 100% service-connected disabled veteran. And make no mistake, the Milcon VA appropriations bill fully funds our veterans' health care, our veterans' health benefit programs, and many other Veterans Administration programs to the tune of $800 million more than Joe Biden put in his budget request. It eliminates the funding for the Veterans Office of Public Affairs in direct response to their politically motivated false claims about budget cuts. So, my number one priority when I entered this body is to prevent veteran suicide. And by scaring veterans away from going to the Veterans Affairs facilities, that is not forwarding that goal. So I urge my colleagues on the Democrat side and the Republican side to support this bill, and I thank you very much for...
Good afternoon, friends. New information has been released. Americans now owe a record $1 trillion in credit card debt. Experts are encouraging Americans to take action before a recession. Also, there are new incoming rebate checks that have been made available to low-income households. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, do stay tuned because I'll be announcing the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to new data, credit card debt hit $1 trillion for the first time on record. This is a troubling development, as interest rates and delinquencies are also on the rise. The Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis has reported that total balances on credit cards and other revolving accounts reached $1 trillion the week of July 26th. That is up from $998 billion the prior week. That is the highest level on record and $193.4 billion more than the start of this year. The increase in indebtedness comes as interest rates on credit cards remain near 40-year highs, and delinquencies, especially among younger borrowers, has also increased. As with the federal student loan forbearance set to end this fall, millions of Americans may find themselves relying on credit even more. Yahoo News has stated that younger generations and individuals with lower income levels are more likely to experience delinquency or borrow more over the next year. In fact, some are already struggling to keep up with payments as they contend with rising rates, piling debt, and ever-present inflation concerns. According to the New York Fed, the youngest Americans had the highest credit card delinquency rates in the first quarter of 2023. At least 8.5% were at risk of slipping 90-plus days behind on their payments. In a survey conducted in June, 53% of millennials and 41% of Gen Zers felt they were more reliant on credit cards than ever before. Rates on credit cards have been driven to record highs by the Fed's relentless campaign to cool inflation. In July, the central bank raised its key lending rate for the 11th time since March 2022. The quarter-point increase put the benchmark rate at 5% to 5.25%, its highest level in 22 years. The Fed's latest rate hike is expected to filter down to credit card rates within the next 30 to 45 days. With the end of the student loan forbearance just around the corner, credit card borrowers may face yet another bite out of their budgets, making it tougher to pay off existing debts or creating a situation where they need to lean on debt more. According to Experian, the average borrower could be facing a monthly payment of $203 once student loan payments resume. Last week, the Biden administration announced applications are now open for states to apply for a staggering $8.5 billion in rebate programs that encourage energy-efficient upgrades to homes. It's designed to provide more equity for homeowners with lower incomes who may not be able to afford things like heat pumps and energy-efficient appliances. Federal officials want states to allocate half the program funds to households at or below 80% of an area's median income. Consumers can receive those rebates once their states or territories get the federal funds, and the Department of Energy is now looking for applications. Senior Martin Henrich of Albuquerque, New Mexico, one of the legislators who pushed for some of the incentives included in the law, said burning fossil fuels in our homes has an enormous emissions footprint and public health impact. Henrich said this is a way of getting at that challenge with the new cleaner, zero emissions technologies and holding low and moderate income consumers harmless in the process. The Department of Energy estimates that the program will save Americans $1 billion annually in energy costs and create 50,000 jobs nationwide. In the coming weeks, the department will provide technical assistance and other help to guide state governments through the application process. New Mexico's Taxation and Revenue Department will send $500 rebate checks to single filers and $1,000 rebate checks to couples who file joint returns. So if you filed the 2021 state income tax return and were not declared as a dependent, you should receive a rebate automatically. Paper checks are already being printed, but they still would take a few more days to get paper checks delivered, depending on the Postal Service's delivery time. Well, my beautiful and great friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. Thank you so much, friends, for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway every Friday. So please make sure that you enter the giveaway. All you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Bernice Jackson and Judith Owen. Congratulations, my dearest friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you can message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.